To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
BlueNote Fan Report coming to you live from Hawaii. Yeah, I'm back on the island. This guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this obviously not to take a bite of the capicola and cheese, but I did. Oh well, dum dum, give me gum gum. How are you all doing today? Yeah, Kevin. But when I move back, we'll take care of it, bud. We'll take care of it. I talked to Mike. We'll get everything taken care of, bud. Just know that I haven't forgot you, that I'm still thinking about you, and I want to get it handled. So, you know, I really am there. I put the show out on under Facebook under the BlueNote Fan Report page. So it's going to be a little bit harder for people to find me, but I'm here. I'm doing my thing. Earlier game, so we'll see how people flock or do not flock to us tonight. I'm looking forward to this game. We are taking on the Montreal Canadiens, also known as the Habs. Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Guy.
How are you doing today?
A little sidetracked. I'm gonna try to be here for you, bud, but it's me and Leia because the others are all out at a family function, so I might have to
Leia likes the Blues, so she might let Mom do her thing.
Maybe, but she also might run in here in her diaper, so who knows?
Yeah, or no diapers and other things.
Yeah, that'll be a quick. I'm trying to point it at the wall, but yeah, I still can't get the door because I can't shut the door.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's okay. We love her, and we know, and if I see something, I can always pull it out of here. So the Blues are taking on the Habitants tonight, and the Habs, while they're not having a great season, they're not a bad team either, right? You got to understand that they've got some really good young talent, and you got to look at Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki is the first non-French speaking captain they've ever had.
Yeah.
Right? They've ever had. Up there, everything is announced in two languages. It is announced in French. It is announced in English. There is so all the press, and if any of the French Canadians do a press conference, like when Marc-Andre Fleury got traded to Chicago, he did a press conference, and it was two press conferences. The first part of it was done in English, and then the second part of it was done in French. So, that's just something to say up there. I can't wait to see a game up there. I know there's a couple of guys that I know of. One of the guys from BlueNote Fan Report, Billy, I think his name is a big Montreal Canadiens fan too. And he's gone up there. That's my goal, man. Either next season or the season after, I'm traveling with the team. I'm figuring out a way to do it. My old ass, if Jim Thomas can do it, and he's got me by a few years, I'm sure I can do it. He just gets paid to do it. I don't.
Yeah.
Right? So we're changing the way we're doing the BlueNote Fan Report. I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna actually let the show start about 5 minutes early and show the background before we come on.
Hmm.
Give people a chance to find us. Right now, nobody on YouTube is our Facebook is finding us, but they know. I mean, I've done everything I can to explain to people how to find us on there.
Yeah, I left my
Right?
phone downstairs, or I'd share. Maybe I can share a different way. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. But you know, it's going to. This is going to be better for us using just one channel,
Yeah, it is.
right?
It really is.
And eventually, because that was a, you know, I kept getting asked. I got asked by a couple people, you know, how many views do you get? And I'm like, well, this many. And they're going, well, I only see this many on YouTube, or I only see this many. Well, I put it on 5 different places. Well, you know, that doesn't. They don't see that.
No, they don't.
So, and you actually, when you put it just here,
Hmm.
at 150 views, which is pretty good. Right?
Yeah.
That's about the normal. If I took all the Facebooks and put them together, that's about what they would get. So now it's just getting people to do it. Chris is on YouTube since he's on the computer.
I'm
So
not seeing it shared to the Blue Note fan report right now.
on the page.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I know I
Oh, here, I found it. Maybe. Let's see if this works. Hold on.
okay. I'm showing it here. I mean, I'm kind of looking at the events and it's there. I'll get it here and I'll share it too.
Right now, I'm just sharing it to my page, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I hope that worked. Could be different because I don't usually look at my laptop for these. I'm always on my
I
phone.
get that. No, I get that. Okay, here we go. No, we're just doing. We're getting this. So what are some of your expectations for tonight? Who are you looking out for? Now we did have a something happen. Letty
Yeah, Letty is
now
out.
injured, so that might affect things a little bit. But what do you see tonight?
I'm hoping that we don't just do that wonderful thing where we are like, oh, it's just the Canadians, and we play with our heads up our butts.
That is a slight
Mm-hmm.
possibility. I don't see it as much as others might, but it is a slight possibility.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
hoping to see Sod and Kyrou continue their little streaks they've got going on. Sod's been playing really well lately.
Yeah, Sod is actually starting to surprise me. He's been one of the guys that's starting to play a little bit better.
He's been what I thought he would be lately.
Yeah, and Shin has played better of
Oh
late.
yes. Oh yes.
Right?
Starting with the games that we saw, like the game in Chicago, he had 15 attempts at the net.
Yeah.
I think
Right,
11 of them made it, and like 3 of them were blocked and 2 of them were wide. But he's been having a lot of attempts.
Yeah, no, and I've seen that, and he's been effective out there. I mean, I know he may not be quote unquote scoring, but you can be effective and not score, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Score, and then he got the shootout goal too. So
yeah,
he's been scoring too. He's just a little streaky, but
hey, I'm trying to share in a couple of groups now. I got to share it differently now. I got to do the copy the link, but hey, let's see. Let's see what
I'm
we can
not
do.
getting anything on Facebook. Like it's just showing the event. It's not showing the video.
Yeah, no, you got to click on if you click on the event, or it should say like watch live.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I mean, we're gonna have some growing pains doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll deal with those. We'll deal with the growing pains as we get along.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. Keep going. What do we got? Nope. So far, everybody's on that. We'll start. I'm sure one of us will start getting messages. Where's the show? Where's the show? Oh, yes, Kevin. That's right. No, it's not just for you. It's YouTube because you don't do Facebook. But we are on Twitter. We just can't get anything with Twitters. Yeah, I ended up buying me some reverse retro threads.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I am so jealous. That looks good.
I liked it, and I got me the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wendy found the military jersey for me.
Aw, Wendy's
but it doesn't have the numbers, so I'm gonna have to reach out to my contacts. I know that I'm gonna be able to find somebody within the organization that can put numbers on it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
know
even
the blank
I
is
got
just
enough
cool,
connection.
You know?
Say again.
Even the blank is cool.
Yeah, I want the number on it.
Of course
I just
you do.
for me.
I mean, I want the numbers on some of the ones I have that I don't have numbers on, but you'll get there.
Shockey says we're down so many starters playing down might not happen. I could hope so. Kevin loves his reverse retro sweater. The key to beating Montreal is physical play and clogged passing lanes, keeping the shots to the outside. Actually, the key to beating Montreal is we lost to them earlier in the season, didn't we? At home?
Yes.
Right? We lost them. It wasn't a bad loss, but it was well, actually I think it was a bad loss now that I think about it.
It was a bad loss. That's why I'm worried.
Right.
Yeah, this just isn't working. I copied the link. It's saying it's not available.
Huh. Well, I copied mine out there, so yeah, I don't know. Well, the numbers are creeping up. Yeah, I've got 2 on Facebook now, so somebody from Facebook is watching me. Right, we're getting there. The numbers are creeping up. I'm trying to find this. Montreal's in the same amount of trouble as we are, except they have young talent. We have better overall talent.
Mm-hmm.
So we lost 7-4 to them. Right, in that first game on October 29th.
Yes.
Right, there we go. August. That was a bad loss, but I think we can return the favor and beat them there. Hey, August, where are you watching me from? Is it a group? Did you click on us in a group from Guy Benson? Where did you click on this from? Because we're having some issues trying to get people to find it on Facebook. But I'm starting to see the numbers going up. Benny tied for the most starts. Okay. Where on Facebook? Where on Facebook? What did you click?
BlueNote fan report.
Yeah, your link. Okay. So the link that I put out there did work. Sorry about that, but we're trying to work out some technical issues. That's what we're trying to, the bugs of this. I need to post the show in one spot and a spot that I can start showing advertisers in that, show what we're doing. Montreal's been in a rebuild for a while, Shy. I don't think they're in a rebuild right now. I think they're kind of in I don't know how to say it. They're beyond the rebuild mark. Right?
Yes.
If they had Carey Price, this team would be a playoff team.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's not all Jake Allen's fault either. I mean, you got to consider all their defensive injuries too.
Yep. Right. So we're getting some Facebookers here, our YouTube Facebookers here.
Facebookers.
We'll keep doing it. You know what? Maybe today I'll just go ahead and do. God, no, I don't want to do it because then it doesn't help. People are not going to find us here. We got to get them to find us here.
Okay. I got it to work that time.
Okay.
And now I'm going to work on sharing it in the other groups.
Yeah. Right. We gotta. It's got to be here. I can't keep doing it out. You know. I've put it out.
No. That's what I'm talking about. Like what I did last time, where I share it into the groups via the link, not the StreamYard.
Yeah. We got to coordinate. And I ended up having. Sorry, I got to eat something. I'm going up and down with my blood sugar today. You're fine. I
had to eat before too.
Didn't expect that cracker to take so long. I just lost my train of thought. God, I hate ADHD.
I get it. I get there too, man.
We need to have a central location, and you know what? We got to get people to just start listening to us. Because I've put out how many times now in the last 4 or 5 days, and I'm not trying to be a jackass. And I even put out videos how to do it.
Yeah.
how to get the notification.
Well, like I mean, I'm starting to share it to people in Messenger. Like you saw, I did that with Jason the other day when he couldn't find it. I mean, I'll do the best I can, and they're
I
just
know.
gonna have to get used to it. We got to stay firm on this, otherwise, it's never gonna change.
Yeah.
People don't like change and they're slow to it, but we've got to hold our ground. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, I
Love you to
absolutely agree
pieces.
with that. So the
But
one thing about Montreal is one of those teams where, I mean, they have so much history to them that any game against them is a big game, right? Any game against them. So Jake Allen is leading them out. Oh, wow. What, Jake? Did you see the pictures today?
yes, Brad Pond is so happy.
Brad Pond, who is, oh, Mike, how you doing? So Mike found us. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Well, you know, I got to stick to my guns. Kevin says his train of thought still boarding at the station. Brad Pond, I'm not sure what his, he is, how do I say this? Learning disabled, right? He has a disability. I don't know if he's got autism or what it is. I don't know.
He is neurologically divergent. That's the easiest way to say it.
Okay. But he's got friends, and one of his friends knows Jake Allen. I mean, when you're up there in Canada, you end up knowing these players, right? And they reached out to Jake Allen, and Jake Allen basically bought him a ticket, you know, paid for him to come to Montreal and took him to practice. He got a picture with Ivan Barbashev. He's gotten pictures with Jake Allen. You know, he's been a guest of Jake Allen's today, and I think that's so cool. There we go. So it's starting to work, Mike. It's starting to work, and I actually takes it off as I put it up. We're gonna figure this out.
We do this all the time. It's nothing.
What we're trying to do, Mike, I got to keep the page. I got to make the page the central part of the BlueNote fan report from now on. Right? It has to be, because I'm having a hard time getting people, advertisers, to understand what we what we are and what we can be, because they don't see it. And the guy Bensing having the 200 views or whatever, they don't see that. They want to see a page. They want to see a business. And that's where we have to focus. Now, my business goes somewhere between personal and business, because that's who I am. But we've got to keep pushing this. If you go on my page and you go to favorites, you can go to notification and tell you to notify you for all videos and all lives. Because sometimes this comes up as both a live and a video, because I use StreamYard. Right? So you got to do it both ways. But do that, and you should be able to start getting that. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to do. Wendy had asked me earlier about coming on, and I said sure, and then I forgot to send him a link. Dumb.
Well, that's perfect timing, because I need to go check on Leia. So when he comes on, I'm gonna pop off, but I'll be back for intermission. Okay,
no issues. No issues. We miss Leia. You know we love Leia, right?
Oh yeah, but right now it sounds like she's pulling everything out of the cabinet in the kitchen downstairs. So
she's hungry?
No, she just likes to pull everything out. She likes to make a mess.
Well, you go take care of Leia. Wendy will be here in a second. I'll be okay.
All right. See you at the intermission.
Right? Yep. Hey guys, you know we're doing what we can. So as the Blues are taking on the Montreal Canadiens up in Montreal, you know, you have Letty out, so now you have Santini in. I'd like to see what Santini can do, but I think the future of the Blues defense, especially the young future, is going to be Matt Kessel. I think Matt Kessel is really going to have to move forward in that. So I'm hoping to see him later in the year. I still don't feel. I was looking at standings today. Blues are only 5 points out of third. I think that's right. If I remember right, let me double check this, because I had it pulled up. I was looking at the standings. So the Blues, right? Minnesota has 46 points, right? The Blues have 41. That's 5 points out of third. Now, bear in mind, Minnesota does have 2 games in hand, but you still got to win the games, right? So when you look at that, I mean, the Blues, they've got some teams to leapfrog, But for the most part, they're not in as bad a situation as everybody says they are. You know, you're only 5 points out of third in your division. And that means that you could easily end up, you're only 2 points out of the last wild card spot and 3 points out of the second wild card spot. Absolutely. Put together 5-6 game win streak, which we've seen this team do this year, right? Without having a big loss streak behind it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They can jump right up, and they have the bodies and they have the people to do it. That is the thing to remember. They absolutely have the body and the people to do this, right? I believe it. I absolutely believe that they have the ability to do this, and I want to see them do it, right? I want to see them get more done. Where are we at? I'm trying to do a couple different things here. I want to get the show out to as many people as we can, and I'm working on that. You know, we're gonna have growing pains. I get it. I've put out a couple of things about the show and where it was and how to find it, and you know, best I can do is keep doing what I'm doing, right? Without the people on injured reserve, the people on injured reserve don't scare me as much. I you know, right now it's giving a lot of people a chance to do the things that they need to do to come back to make things better. I'm not as. I really think that the Blues can be a premium team, right? I think that they can get into the playoffs and make some noise. I really do. And they're showing some of that right now. Right? They're showing some of that right now. I'm sharing this to Messenger to some people that I know. And it's not easy, unfortunately, not very easy to share in Messenger. But I'm trying to. Right? And hopefully maybe you guys can take the show and share it in Messenger if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Share to your friends. Let's see what we can do about getting this show out there. I need to make like a show group. But see, I know a lot of people don't like the group chats, and they'll back out of them. But if I make one where I'm just sharing the show, that might help. Right? Oh, I heard somebody pop in. That might be Wendy. Give me a second. And it is Windy City Hockey. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
Doing all right.
Right. So with the Blues taking on the Montreal Canadiens tonight, I know you're a Canadiens fan tonight. What do the Canadiens need to do to beat the Blues tonight? Now, they beat them 7-4 the last time, but different team in some respects. I think now we match up better with them.
Montreal's an interesting team, just the way they play. They have they go out there and it seems like they know they don't have anything to win anyways. They have a mentality just to go out there, put up goals, and that's how they play hockey. And if St. Louis is slacking when it comes to scoring, Montreal can pounce, and they could score quite a bit.
True, but look at what the Blues have done the last couple of games, right? They scored 5 plus the shootout winner, and then they scored, what was it, 5 against they've scored 10 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Right? Jason, man, our hearts go out to you, bud. Hearts go out to you. We will do what we can for you. We'll be thinking of you. Hopefully, you know, do what you got to do, my friend. Do what you got to do. Yeah, I'm trying to do something different with the show. I'm trying to only put it in one place on Facebook and make that my Facebook page. So that way it gets to the point where I can start showing advertisers where we're going. Jake Allen, last 5 road games, 4-0-1, 306 goals against average, 898 save percentage. Yeah, the numbers for me with him don't matter as much because I think a lot of it is you watch the last 2 games, the quality of his saves were just they were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They were crazy, and they've stayed that way. From what you've seen, what do you think?
I haven't watched any Habs games in recent days just because I've been watching the World Juniors and the Blackhawks when it comes to stuff. So I haven't really kept an eye on what's going on, like with Montreal, because those are some of the games I just haven't watched this in a little bit. I usually just choose a game every now and then and just throw it on. So I haven't really noticed with Montreal.
Well, I'm talking about Binnington. Did I say Allen?
Yeah, you said Allen.
Okay, I meant Binnington. I'm sorry.
That's
I meant Binnington. He's made in the last 2 games some amazing saves. He's made the save that you're not supposed to make.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I meant, what I was talking about. So we'll just keep moving on and doing what we can. I just think for the Blues, this road trip is extremely important. It's their chance to really, because they got a 6-game homestand coming up after this.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get into this. They got to go into that 6-game homestand ready to just anchor in and show everybody what they want. And then they got a tough game tomorrow. They got Minnesota tomorrow. And after that loss on New Year's Eve, this is huge. They've got, and then back-to-back games against Calgary at home.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that's their next 3 after this. They have got to really, in all actuality, the Blues need to take command of this road trip, and they need to win the next 2 games on the road trip.
Yeah.
In my eyes, they need to go 4-0 on this road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we also play Chicago like in 2 weeks, I think, in St. Louis.
Yeah, the 21st.
Yeah, 21st. You're going to that game, aren't you?
Don't know yet. I'm going to a game on the 17th up in Chicago, so.
Okay. Wendy, is your team tanking for Bedard? They're tanking hard.
Yeah, it's been confirmed that, well, the team really on ice, if you watched a game through the Hawks, they actually have a compete to themselves, but they don't have any talent to get points and score. Yeah, they're tanking for Bedard. Kind of confirmed it when they traded away DeBrincat, Doc, and Hagel last year.
Yeah, well, who won the Bedard Stakes game?
Which ones? The Hawks have been in the tank offs in 3 games in the last week.
Oh, they've just played Arizona here not too long ago.
Yeah, they played the Coyotes last night and won 2-0.
1-2-0, yeah. I was like,
honestly, it's shocking to say the Hawks got a shutout this year.
I would have thought that someone would have gone to the goalie and said, the next 3 shots, let him in.
You won't ever see that happen.
Well, you won't hear of it happening, but I'm sure it's happened.
If they wanted to really do something, they would have put Peter Mrazek in for the tank yesterday.
I mean, this is a good point, though. Shockey says that it's not going to happen. Bettman will make sure that Arizona gets the first pick to save his baby.
The NHL likes money, don't they? The Hawks are more of a marketable team than the Coyotes.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough.
The Hawks make more money than the Coyotes. If the Hawks are sitting at 32nd, which is likely going to happen because they are currently sitting at 32nd, the Hawks will have the highest odds to draft Connor Bedard. And am I saying the Hawks will draft him? No, I say if. And I say it by saying they have to win the draft lottery. Otherwise, they're going to pick at number 3. And that's how I say stuff. I'm not saying the Hawks are taking Connor Bedard. I make the jokes about saying hopefully future Blackhawk Connor Bedard.
Yeah. Well, see, you got to understand what tanking means, right? Doesn't mean that the tanking does not mean that the players are going out there not playing hard.
Yeah.
What it means is what the product that they put on the ice. They got rid of guys that could have helped them be farther up the ladder, but they didn't feel like they would be a playoff team. So they let those guys go to do a complete rebuild. So they are not quote unquote tanking. They just don't have a solid quality of product on the ice. All right? That's the way I see it. Is that how you see it there, Wendy?
Yeah, the Hawks don't tank on ice. They tank by the management putting a team out there that competes, but it's not talented enough to win games. Last night was the Blackhawks' 9th win of the season, and they're already played 37 games this year.
Yep. The Blues' 41st game, the halfway mark is tomorrow. This is game 40 for us. We play our halfway mark tomorrow. Oh, no problem, man. Will 88 and 19 be moved at the deadline?
I don't know. They still haven't had haven't had the meetings with the Hawks organization about that. And Kane right now is injured. Taze has been playing okay, I guess. But at this point, I can say probably a 75% chance.
Taze, I think Taze would go anywhere to help. If the Blackhawks say to him, I think of the two players, Taze is the one that would say, whatever you get the best deal for me and I'll go there. Maybe he has a few teams that he won't go to, but I think Kane would more or less want to go to a winner.
I think Taze would want to go to a winning team too, if he wanted to leave Chicago.
Yeah, but see, the thing with Taze is, I think Taze retires at the end of this year.
Who knows? He's so productive this year. He's the best center in the NHL.
All right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like when you say Taze's name, it doesn't just jump at me.
Kevin,
it just doesn't
the
jump
Coyotes
at me,
have a 5,000, not even a 5,000 person arena. The United Center is a 20,000 plus person arena.
Yeah, but they have to give tickets. They have to give tickets away to the Blackhawks game.
No, the Hawks are still selling at least 98% of the United Center out, which is impressive for a team that's not good. Usually, in the heyday, the Hawks are selling out every night. That ended last season.
Yeah.
The Hawks, basically right after the scandal investigation came out, that's when this streak ended for the sellout streak that started in 2009. The Hawks still are selling seats, still packing the United Center. It's actually impressive to see.
Jason says, why are Stars staying on tanking teams? You know what? It comes down to one word. One word, and this is a word that you don't hear anymore, but some of them still have it. It's called loyalty. Mm-hmm. It's straight up loyalty. That's the only team that those two players have played for. And they've won 3 cups there. They're ingrained in the DNA of the community. And that's what it comes down to. There's integrity, and you got to appreciate that. Aaron Coulter, Jason Nichols, August Espy, thank you so much for putting your thumbs in the air. We're going to go through growing pains with just using this BlueNote fan report. I'm putting videos out there to tell people how to get notifications now. You have to go to my page and under favorites, click on favorites, and then when you open that up, you'll see notifications. Put all on video and all on live video. Right? And you will get notifications now of when I go live or when we post. You got to do that. Right? You got to do that. If you don't do that, it's just going to be a pain. We're getting closer and closer to the game. What are you expecting for the first period tonight, Wendy?
I honestly could see basically it go back and forth, high pace action, just because that seems like how the games have been going for each side from what I've noticed. And
Yes,
lately,
with Parashinko and O'Reilly being out, you're seeing a lot of that, right? And let's see, Bettman is trying to get Arizona's actually got a deal for a new stadium, don't they? I read something about that.
the city of Tempe has to vote upon whether or not they're going to approve the arena project that occurs in March, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but it's from what I hear, it sounds like the positives for that are much higher than the negatives.
Yeah, they have the approval by the city council, which is a big thing for them.
Yeah.
They just have to get the approval by basically.
And it's not a completely publicly funded stadium either, isn't it?
I believe it will be a majority privately funded, and a percentage would be
Publicly funded.
And that's like towards electricity and stuff.
Mike Brown says, I get the loyalty thing, but these guys' careers are about over. I'm sure they want to experience winning, not necessarily the cup, but being on a winning team that makes a decent run. Kane still probably has 4 or 5 years left in him, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Hayes is the one that's probably closer to the end of his career. And you are right. I just feel like, for me, Kane is more the guy that's going to say, I want to play on a winner, where Taze is more the guy that would say, get the best deal you can for me. At least that's how I feel. I could be wrong, but
I think it's the opposite of what.
Think it's the opposite?
Because Taze in the last year has been more disgruntled when it comes to the rebuild. Kane, on the other hand, has not been that way. He's actually kind of embraced it a little bit from how it sounds, but who knows what actually is going on behind doors.
Hey, Joel Edmondson gets to play a second career game against the Blues. And if you remember, they traded him away after the 2019 season. So he's been injured a lot, and he had issues with his dad. I know he took some time off. That issue going on in Detroit, and I can't remember the name of the player that they took out, went in the
Vertrana. Vertrana.
Yeah, the rehabilitation program.
Yeah.
Right? And then they waived him.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I don't know. To me, that's shitty on Detroit.
Honestly, I was really hoping the Hawks would have claimed him, just because, yes, his contract's high, but he still can produce, and it would have helped out the Hawks a little bit.
Right? Did anybody claim him?
No one claimed him. He went to the AHL. Oh,
he did go to the AHL, or I thought he didn't want to go, and that's why they waived him.
No, he was already doing a condition stint down in the AHL, and he's in the AHL playing for the Grand Rapids Griffins. The thing is, I guarantee it, they'll call him back up and meet when they need him.
Right. Well, I don't know. It sounded like they were going to, because they could have kept him on a rehab stint as long as they wanted, right? Conditioning stint?
I think you can have a conditioning stint for, I really think a conditioning stint can only be for a few games in the AHL over a long period of time.
Okay.
I think that's a rule. And I think he hit that few game mark, and that's what caused this situation.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see. I wasn't sure. Game's just getting ready to start. We're pretty close. I'm going to back out here. I'm going to try and share the show. Numbers are coming up. There we go. 5-5. All right. Jose Figueres found us. Yay, Jose. Hey, Mike Brown, don't forget to put that thumb in the air on Facebook, man. We appreciate those. Those all help. There he is. There's Jose. He found us. Right. I know it's getting harder to find. It's hard to find me right now. It's growing pains, but I got to do this. I got to leave it in one spot. And this is the spot that an advertiser is going to want to see it on. They're not going to want to see it in my group. They're going to want to see it on my page. You know, my page is open to everybody. They're going to want to see it on a business type page. You know what I mean? Wendy, you with me there, or did I lose you?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from on that. Granted,
Right?
I don't do ever.
Yeah, I know you don't, but I want to do this professionally, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I want to do this. Oh, thank you. The only question I have is there any way that we can get those special numbers that they used?
I would have to confirm with people, but I don't think it should be difficult.
Because they didn't use standard numbers.
Yeah, I know.
And the name on the back was different.
Mm-hmm.
But was in the Stars and Stripes name too, right? And I'll take care. Yeah, I'll take care of you, Wendy. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Brad Pond is at the game. Brad, we are so happy for you, bud. He got to meet Jake Allen and his buddy Barbashev. He really loves Barbashev. He's a big Barbashev guy. You can see. I don't know if you can see on his picture there. I know it might be kind of small, but if you go to, pardon me, his Facebook page, you'll see it. Company's name is Libby. What is that?
I believe they do the Blues on ice jerseys.
Okay. So I got to get a hold of those numbers. So they brought me a jersey, and when I first looked at it, I didn't think it was the new military jersey, but after you showed me, I think it was the same jersey.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know as much as I just didn't. Oh, they're based out of Chesterfield, and maybe we can work something out there, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Binnington has played really well. I know his save percentage isn't as high, but he's played well. Oh man, I just think he's played a lot better. I'll tell you what, if the team was better in front of him, he'd be what was I going to say? He'd be a Veneza. He'd be in that talk.
I don't think so, just because they're out of playoff.
Well, I said if he had a better team in front of him, he's playing at that level. Mm-hmm. His numbers aren't there because he just doesn't have a team in front of him that can get him there.
You know who has one of the best goal save percentages in the NHL?
Who?
One of the Blackhawk goalies.
Yeah, but that's like real small sample size too, right?
Alex Stalock, league through starters who's had at least 10 games this year, Alex Stalock has one of the best save percentages in the NHL.
I don't know what to say about that.
Upping his trade value.
Yep, there you go.
With a shutout now.
Yep. I'm excited, man. We'll keep doing, like I said, this is where I got to be. Brad Pond, Jose Figueres, Aaron Coulter, Jason Nichols, August Espy. Thank you so much for giving me the love on Facebook. I need to be here. We'll get the numbers up. We'll get people going there, and we'll get I'll work on getting that jersey from you, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I really do appreciate that, and thank you for looking out for me, buddy.
Yep.
All right, and I did try and get you to go to the practice, and I really did. I just got shot down.
That's all right. I honestly didn't care, since I know I'm going to one up in Chicago.
Yep. Well, it looks like we're just about ready for the game to start, so I'm going to back off here so I can start trying to share the show and get more people involved in the intermissions. Don't forget, you guys share it too. You guys got to, what's going to make this show is word of mouth. Not me, you. You telling your friends about the show, that's what makes the show. Wendy telling all his Blues friends about the show is what's going to make the show. He's probably got 2 or 3 of them.
Mainly Blackhawk fans.
Well, hey, even some of your Blackhawks fans like me, so. Right? Okay, guys, this is Guy the Wild Blues fan for Nick from Windy City Hockey saying aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you guys all at the first intermission. Aloha. Blues fans. St. Louis Blues are in Montreal to take on the Les Habitants. That's right, taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Blue Note Fan Report fan Brad Pond is there. He's a guest of Jake Allen's. Brad, have a great time up there in Montreal. I'm so happy for you.
Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and we're changing how we're doing the show a little bit. And because of that, some of you might not be getting the notifications about the show or how it is. So I want to help you and show you how to get the show. What I'm going to use a different page, but I'll show you my page, and then I'll use a different page that I'm on and how I would go to that page and use that page to follow their videos, to get their videos and things like that. So we're gonna do that. So first, let me show you my page where you're going to find the Blue Note Fan Report from now on. This is the easiest way to find the Blue Note Fan Report, and it's right here. Right? This is my Facebook page, the Blue Note Fan Report. On this page, as you can see, I did a show today, right there. Did it today at 4 o'clock. The Blue Note Fan Report now presented by Cussumano's Pizza, right? Right here is where you can see it, right? That's where the show will post, right? And so what you need to do is be able to go to this show and get notified about this. Well, the way to do that, and I'll show you in a second, go over here, Interstate 70 Sports, my buddy Jeremy Karp. This is his, right? What you do, he's got 5,000 followers. Great. I love him, man. He's a good guy. You go right here to following on my page, because my page will look like this, but with my stuff. Click on following, and in here you have notifications. Go to live video, click all, and then go to video and click all notifications, right? And then what you also want to do in your news feed, put it up here in favorite so you'll see stuff that we do more often. Click update, and that's all you need to do. If you do that, right? If you do that, you will then be able to see my show when I post it. That simple, right there. You'll see, I mean, we posted it in the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, but you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to get the page, and follow us, right? I'm going to change this. I'll change that. I'm going to try put something new up there. I'm trying to figure out how to put different features. I haven't figured that out yet, but there you go. So that's how you would watch the show now. And this is what we're going to share, right? So this is the video that we did today. See, we had 57 comments, the 5 shares. There's our likes, you know, so this is where we're going to do it now. And I hope that this little quick video will help you find the Blue Note Fan Report. So this Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll catch you on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go, Blues! Blues fan. We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and we're changing how we're doing the show a little bit. And because of that, some of you might not be getting the notifications about the show or how it is. So I want to help you and show you how to get the show. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a different page, but I'll show you my page, and then I'll use a different page that I'm on and how I would go to that page and use that page to follow their videos, to get their videos and things like that. So we're gonna do that. So first, let me show you my page where you're going to find the Blue Note Fan Report from now on. This is the easiest way to find the Blue Note Fan Report, and it's right here. Right? This is my Facebook page, the Blue Note Fan Report. On this page, as you can see, I did a show today, right there. Did it today at 4 o'clock. The Blue Note Fan Report now presented by Cussumano's Pizza, right? Right here is where you can see it, right? That's where the show will post, right? And so what you need to do is be able to go to this show and get notified about this. Well, the way to do that, and I'll show you in a second, go over here, Interstate 70 Sports, my buddy Jeremy Karp. This is his, right? What you do, he's got 5,000 followers. Great. I love him, man. He's a good guy. You go right here to following on my page, because my page will look like this, but with my stuff. Click on following, and in here you have notifications. Go to live video, click all, and then go to video and click all notifications, right? And then what you also want to do in your news feed, put it up here in favorite so you'll see stuff that we do more often. Click update, and that's all you need to do. If you do that, right? If you do that, you will then be able to see my show when I post it. That simple, right there. You'll see, I mean, we posted it in the Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, but you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to get the page, and follow us, right? I'm going to change this. I'll change that. I'm going to try put something new up there. I'm trying to figure out how to put different features. I haven't figured that out yet, but there you go. So that's how you would watch the show now, and this is what we're going to share. Right, so this is the video that we did today. See, we had 57 comments, the 5 shares. There's our likes, you know. So this is where we're going to do it now, and I hope that this little quick video will help you find the Blue Note Fan Report. So this guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll catch you on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues!
Good morning, Blues fans. St. Louis Blues are in Montreal to take on the Les Habitants. That's right, taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Blue Note Fan Report fan Brad Pond is there. He's a guest of Jake Allen's. Brad, have a great time up there in Montreal. I'm so happy for you. Cole Caufield, Nick Suzuki, Jake Allen. Montreal is reeling a little bit this year. I mean, they had a bad year last year, but they're coming back. They're doing things that they need to do. Blues have had a successful road trip so far, 2 wins, 2 exciting wins. The 6-5 shootout win over the Maple Leafs, and then taking down one of the hottest teams in the league, and the New Jersey Devils coming back from a 2-1 deficit to win 5-3. This is a team that is starting to find its pace. And when Tarasenko and O'Reilly went down, I talked about this. This reminded me of what happened in December of last year, where everybody got sick, and Berube had to play younger guys, and those younger guys stepped up. Well, we're starting to see some of that. We're starting to see guys that haven't had a chance to shine this season starting to shine. Saad is one of them. Kyrou having a very good season. Thomas having a good season, right? Bushnevich having a good season. And really, Binnington. Binnington has, even though the numbers don't show it, he's had that type of play. He's been playing at that level all season long. Unfortunately, because the defense is weak in front of him, his numbers aren't good. I see tonight, I really see him being able to step up. Now, there is one concern. Letty did not practice today. Could mean different things. Santini was out there on the ice. Let's see how Santini does in that third pair.
Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty shit. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty shit. Everybody in Enterprise is on the edge of their seats. The Blues are down 2-1. It's late, and no one wants to see them get beat. Everybody's in despair, every girl and boy. But when Shannon forward scores, everybody's gonna jump for joy. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Shin. We started with the terror, but everybody knows we traded him away because he sucks and blows. Defense stifling, causing such a muck. But when Shane the forward gets there, you know he's gonna steal the puck. Come pass without, come pass within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Shin. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Shin. The hitting is hard and the game is fast. He just signed a big contract with a whole lot of cash. The cup is all we wanted, that is what we cheered. O'Reilly, Quinn, and Blues, the boys brought it here. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Shin. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Shin. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Shin. Come pass without, come shoot within. You'll not see nothing like the Blue Note fan report from the Y Blues fan on YouTube. Aloha!
Was with Bortuzzo. Let the defense.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and we're changing how we're doing the show a little bit. And because of that, Aloha and welcome back to the Blue Note Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is the Cussumano Pizza First Intermission Show. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How are you? Interesting way this played out. Good first period for the Blues all the way around. Good first period for Montreal. However, a great save on one end leads to a 2-on-1 breakaway on the other. And a 1-0 lead is Brandon Saad. With everybody being out, Brandon Saad is allowed to shine. And hopefully when the guys get back, he can continue to shine. But they've got to pull this in the second, man. They absolutely have to pull it in the second. The dreaded late goal, I'll take it, man. I'll take it any day of the week. It was not a bad period for the Blues. I'm looking at the stats, and for the most part, I'm happy with all of them. There's not one stat here, and there's one stat I'm not completely happy with. But I guess overall, it's not that bad. Sorry, man, my nose is bothering me. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I got a little bit of a cold from going from hot to cold weather. But hey, you know what? The overall, I mean, that was the only number that here concerns me is block shots. The Blues had 1, right? But Montreal only had 2, so the attempts are kind of low. Blues had 18 attempts. Montreal had 15 attempts. Okay, so that's why the 1 block, you know. However, they did get some good shots on net. Dvorak got 3 shots on net. And that breakaway just led to it. Aaron Coulter found us. Hey, Aaron, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Yep, you put your thumb in the air too. Thank you, man. You figured it out. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, buds. You know, remember, you got to go to the Blue Note Fan Report now. Blue Note Fan Report. Sheesh. To find us, that's a page. If you just search it, it's there. The 2 guys Armstrong said needed to step up. Absolutely have. Well, I know Saad was one of them. Who was the other one? I missed that. Who was the other one, Darkness? I would think Binnington. But Binnington's always been stepping up, right? Saad and Chen, would that be it? Plays like he's 19. No, I don't see that. He never does that. Forwards are doing a good job of getting back and to give support on the outlet passes. Yes, Jose, absolutely right. Chen was the other one. Okay, that's what I figured. Chen stepping it up. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in St. Louis. I saw that on the December 29th game when he had 15 attempts. I mean, it was crazy to have that many attempts, right, against Chicago. But you know, it is what it is. These guys are playing better hockey. They're doing what they need. Oh, we got 5 watching on Facebook. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. We got to get this Facebook going back to where it used to be. You know, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people. Keep playing. Keep helping. Keep helping. We really appreciate it. So let's go over the stats here real quick. Blues had 9 shots to the 11 for Montreal. Blues had 2 shots blocked, where Montreal only had 1 blocked. Blues missing that 7 times, where Montreal only missed it 3. So that gave the Blues a total of 18 attempts to Montreal's 15. Blues had 6 hits. Montreal had 11. They were led by Wi-Fi. I can't say that dude's name. He had 4 hits. The Blues were led by Barbashev with 2, if I'm reading that right. Yep, Barbashev with 2. Giveaways. Ooh, wow. So now a number jumps out at me. Montreal had 6. The Blues had 10. 10 giveaways. That's something that's got to be better. Got to be better, right? Yeah, I don't know what's up with Bortz. We'll kind of find out. I'll kind of keep listening to see if we hear something. Takeaways. Blues had 2. They had 2. Blocked, I already covered block shots. Face-offs were 7 apiece. So 50%. Evened up. You know, the Blues get that goal, and that goal was started by Binnington. And I don't think Binnington will get an assist on that, but he really should have. Right? He really should have gotten an assist on that. Who got the assist? It would have been Barbashev. But that would have been, Binnington should have gotten it to my eyes, man. Sometimes you got to look at that. Binnington gave the assist. The power play for the Blues did not look good at all. At all, right? No shots. Montreal seemed to be able to get the puck off early and easy. Got to do a bit better on that. Got to do a bit better on that. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you to Brad Pond, Jose Figueres, Aaron Coulter, Jason Nichols, and August Espy for putting those thumbs in the air for this show. Greatly appreciate it. For the second period, it's really going to come down to not letting, you got to put the foot on the gas now. When there's the 1-0 lead, when the Blues have just a 1-goal lead, they seem to back off a little bit, and especially back off to get the 2-goal lead. Shin is having a quietly good year. I'm not on board with that. I think the player that was having a very quietly good year that everybody was not seeing was my man crush, right? I think my man crush, what was that? That was the guy. Gary, how you doing, bud? Gary says, what team shows up in the second? And I don't know. See, that's the mystery, right? I was looking at stats earlier. In the second period, these numbers leaped out at me, and I mean leaped out at me. Let me see if I can find them here real quick. Second period, Montreal. I almost can't add this up. It's so high. Montreal is minus 24. Minus 24 in the second. They've scored 29 goals and given up 53. Now the Blues in the second have scored 46. But at the same time, oh, see? I don't know if you're being serious or you're just doing this to piss me off. How can you say a guy that was third in your team in points was garbage? You guys expect Tarasenko, I'm sorry, you guys expect Tarasenko to score 3 goals every night. He has to do it every night. You don't see the other things he does. Oh, he's slow on the puck. Oh, he does this. Oh, you don't see. He's one of the better passers on the team. Nobody wants to see it. No, I don't have a boner for Benner. Benner's not even close, right? Tarasenko has not been garbage this year at all. At all. In fact, how can you say that when he got named your all-star? Right? You guys expect him to score 90 goals a year. Okay. You're just trying to spin me up, Darkness. You guys do good at that, man. You guys are good at that. Whee! Whee! All the way home, right? Is that what it is? We've only had one player in our well, then wouldn't that be the same for O'Reilly? O'Reilly makes the same that Binnington or Tarasenko does. Looks like we do without Tank or RR, trade them both. There's a good chance. Right, Jeff? The one that's going to be the hardest to trade is Tarasenko. He's got the no trade clause. He has right now he's got he holds all the cards. Leia's giving a run for her money. I can't see them both getting traded. I really don't. One of them's not. I think Tarasenko can hold the team hostage. Right? Tarasenko can hold the team hostage. And that's what I see. Got 8 people watching, 5 on Facebook, 3 on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. We're trying this new thing. I used to share the show in like 7, 8 different places, and it just got confusing. I'm not doing that anymore. I wanted to limit it, so I'm just doing it here. You know what? That's bullshit, Matt Lowe. That's bullshit. That is not true. Okay? I know for a fact that is not true. No. If he goes anywhere, he's either going to the Devils, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Kings, or the Ducks. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh yeah, Saad's game right now is very good, and he's getting goals. Saad right now, I don't have jet lag, Matt Lowe. I don't have it at all. I don't have it at all. I know for a fact that is the wrong narrative. I know that for a fact. For a fact that narrative is not right. He never said he didn't want to be in St. Louis. He never said it, not one time. Right? The narrative was spun that he didn't want to be here. Right? And I asked 3 or 4 of the beat writers straight up. Did you hear that from Tarasenko himself? And none of them said yes. None of them. None of them. In fact, Tarasenko won't even talk to most of them. Right? You forget that. He will not talk to them. Oh, I'm in my zen right now. You're going to bang on Tarasenko and spread false narrative. That's my zen. I'm zen. Then don't talk bad about Tarasenko if you don't know. And yes, I got to talk to Tarasenko, and I know some things. Then I don't like St. Louis media, especially the way they cut me out. But that is what it is, man. That is what it is. I said he plays like he's 19 because Ryan said he was old. Okay. How do you think Preko's been playing in the last several games? Better, but not good. His playing, I thought, have you seen the way he has been playing the last couple of games? You know what, Aaron? I'm still not there, even with the last couple of games. I mean, I saw today, right? Santini, I think it was Santini or whoever it was, whoever had the puck behind the net, and Mikkola, he's just standing there. He's just standing there until I forget who it was, brought the puck out. He just stood there. He's not moving around. He's not trying to open anything up. I'm not with you there. That's not happening. And I don't want Perron back, to be honest, right? After the bullshit he sold, I don't want him back. Started fully following the team a few years ago. Darkness, he's my favorite Blue for a long time. And you know what? We're not getting, I'm sorry. I know some of you guys really, really, really love Perron. I don't. Right? Especially the way that all went down. The way that all went down, the way that he tried to sell that narrative really was not good for me. Right? I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of false narratives. I really am. And Perron tried to sell a false narrative. Not formally. Well, you know what? They offered you a contract, and it was up to your agent to negotiate. But Ashley, we can argue on this one. I'll wait till you come back. But Army sat right there. It's on video. Yes, we will pay you $4 million for 2 years to come back. $4 million a year for 2 years. and then your agent never reaches back out? That's on you, not Armstrong. That's on you. And I think that getting Letty, putting that money to Letty was better money. Aaron, I agree with you there. Ashley, there's video of it. There's video of him telling Perron. There's video. Right? I don't know. You're correct. The phone works both ways, but you know, when at a conference, it's now up to your agent. If your agent's not going to reach out, right? Your agent didn't even want to negotiate. Didn't even want to negotiate. At least that's how I see it and how I feel with it. Oh man, we're starting to get the numbers up. Nathan Moyers, thank you, Nathan. Brad Pond, Jose Figueres, Aaron Golter, Jason Nichols, August SB. Right, we're getting there. They're starting to come. They're starting to come. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep watching. Keep sharing. I'm not on the Perron train. I know you might be, but for me, it's not. Now, Jeff, I agree with that. Young, fast players, I agree with that. I would like to get something like that. Absolutely. Sooner or later, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. At least that's the way I see it. You know, that's the thing about the Blue Note fan. She gave me an angry face. And some people are not on the Tarasenko trade and you yell at them. Maybe. I'm opinionated. I admit that. I just, Tommy, you know, there's a chance for a contract, but I just don't see it. Okay. I don't see it. Or I can almost tell you he's getting traded. I mean, he does not have a no trade clause. There's nothing stopping him. They can send him anywhere. They can get picks. They can get players. See, here's the thing with the ORR. Let's say you do trade him or do send him away. There's your money. There's your money for Vladdy. Right? And you know, I feel like that's what they're going to look at. That they're going to look at, you know, okay, let's open up the paycheck. And that's where I see, no. Nope. I do not think Shen's the new captain. If anybody, I think I would have to go with Falk. I'd have to go with Falk. Yep. Jason. Okay, game is back on, guys. See you in the second intermission. Love ya.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Aloha and mahalo. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and we're changing how we're doing the show a little bit. And because of that, some of you might not be getting the notifications about the show or how it is. So I want to help you and show you how to get the show. What I'm going to use a different page, but I'll show you my page, and then I'll use a different page that I'm on and how I would go to that page and use that page to follow their videos, to get their videos and things like that. So we're gonna do that. So first, let me show you my page where you're going to find the Blue Note Fan Report from now on. This is the easiest way to find the Blue Note Fan Report, and it's right here. Right? This is my Facebook page, the Blue Note Fan Report. On this page, as you can see, I did a show today, right there. Did it today at 4 o'clock. The Blue Note Fan Report, now presented by Cussumano's Pizza, right? Right here is where you can see it, right? That's where the show will post, right? And so what you need to do is be able to go to this show and get notified about this. Well, the way to do that, and I'll show you in a second. This is his, right? What you do, he's got 5,000 followers. Great. I love him, man. He's a good guy. You go right here to following on my page. Because my page will look like this, but with my stuff. Click on following, and in here you have notifications. Go to That was an interesting period to say the least. Blues are outshot and outscored. They're outscored 2-1. They are outshot 10-4. Had to kill off a bunch of penalties. Two of them, the Barbashev penalty and the Alexandrov penalty, I don't understand. Do not understand them at all. You cannot sit there and call a penalty 8-10 seconds later, and then all of a sudden make it a 4-minute minor or 4-minute, and then leave the guy on the ice. If he's bleeding, he's got to go off the ice. Right? And then the Alexandrov one, no penalty, no penalty. Oh, I'm hurt. He hit me. Okay, penalty. Montreal said they were hurt. Penalty. What the F is that? What the F? I mean, come on, guys. Everyone complains about NHL refereeing, officiating, but this is why. This is absolutely why. You cannot, this is exactly why I see you need to have that fifth official up there in the box that could have called down and said, no. Right? And called this shit. Right? The Blues have been getting eaten up on these. They got ate up with it in Montreal or in New Jersey with the guy that dropped the stick after he got a little touch on the hand. A touch on the stick, which was legal, and all of a sudden it's a slash. And now you got this crap with calling penalties way after. Come on, what's going on here? Right? It's just, for me, it's just way too much. And it's when it's, a couple games here, a couple games there, a game here, a game there. I get that. But it's not few and far between. It's every other game. It's just crazy right now. Montreal got a goal from Armia with a 143 mark. Even strength goal that was assisted by Evans and Donov. And then Torpachenko, the Torpedo, gets his second of the season at 6:59 mark. Even strength goal from Pitlick and Alexandrov. And then, Doc, gets the power play goal on what shouldn't even have been a power play. The extra power play minutes, assisted by Suzuki and Dvorak. Blues are lucky to be tied in this one. They should be down. They gave up 11 shots in the first, 10 shots in the second, and they've taken 13 total. Right? You're being outshot 13-21. You're lucky that this game is what it is. Right? You're lucky this game is what it is. Binnington has played great. I'm with that. I think Binnington's played great. The Nikita penalty was an Emmy-worthy performance. Yeah. I mean, that's why, Nathan, that's exactly why I feel like you have to have that fifth official, that video play official who could look at that and go, no. Where's the NHL kept saying, we want to get tacked down on this embellishment and this embellishment. Well, you know how to tack down on it? You have a referee on the video in the arena that when this shit happens, calls down and says, okay, you want to call that? It's also embellishment. Right? The Blues now, they lose another period, 2-1. So now, I said before they were like, what was that? I forget what the number was. Coming into this game, they were minus 14. Now they're minus 15 in the second. In the third, the Blues are a little better. I mean, that's probably, it's their second best period, not counting overtime, but they're at minus 4. Right? The Montreal is, minus 22. So you can take advantage of Montreal here, but you have to take advantage of them. You absolutely have to take advantage of them. I absolutely agree, Aaron. There is way too much embellishment going on. Where's Ashley? We had a good one going on. I hate the opposite side on this one. I don't like that we took 6 minutes from high sticking penalties but I'm glad the refs got the calls right. I disagree with that. Right? How can you have a guy that's supposedly bleeding stay on the ice? Right? And then the second one, that didn't look like a high sticking at all. I don't see any embellishment going on. It sucks we don't need to penalty against, but don't call it embellishment. No, there was embellishment going on. Right? I'll have to look at them again. But they weren't originally called. They were called after the fact. Oh, they were. Now they're one of the worst. Right? That is switched. I'm sorry, but I saw a lot of embellishment. That second penalty, the second high sticking was embellishment. Absolutely it was. If it went the other way and they didn't review it and it happens all the time that they miss the high sticking calls on us. Overall, they don't go back and review it. You're actually not allowed to go back and review a penalty. You can review it to make it up it, but you can't review it to say, oh, it went from no penalty to a penalty. And that's what they did there. Maybe, I don't know. But why does it seem like all the calls are going against us? Right? I'm with you there, Aaron. That's how I feel. Right? I think if you had a replay official, the second one would have been called embellishment. Maybe not the first one. I'm not saying the first one was, but I don't think the first one should have been a 4-minute. It should have been just a 2. Right? Tommy says because we're Blues fans. I love it. It also occurred during a stoppage of play. Okay, well, if the penalty occurred during a stoppage of play, it's not a penalty then, right? Or are you saying that because there was a stoppage of play, they went back, they went back and looked at it during a stoppage of play? It doesn't matter. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to look at a penalty to go, oh, there's no penalty, now we're going to call a penalty. They did it. They did that shit in St. Louis. When I was there for the 31st game. Originally, it was just a penalty on Minnesota, and then they went back and looked at it and then called another penalty on St. Louis. That should have been called. That was bullshit. Right? At least that's the way I see it. I could be wrong. The way I see it. Right? That's the way I see it. I hate seeing vodka commercials right now. It really pissed me off. Especially after what happened to mine. I don't want to go there. Where are we at? We're coming in. Let's go over to the stats. Blues had 13 shots. They only took 4 in that period. They had 9 in the first. They've had 4 that were blocked, 7 that missed the net. For 24 attempts. 24 attempts, and Montreal has 21 shots. They've had 6 block and 8 missed the net for 35 attempps. 17 hits for Montreal, 9 for the Blues. The Blues have 14 giveaways. There you go. 10 for Montreal. I mean, at least Montreal's given up a bunch. Montreal has 3 takeaways. The Blues have 2. Blues have blocked 6 shots. They blocked 4. St. Louis is winning the face-off battle 13-18 for 58% to 42%. I think I covered penalties. I covered goals, all of that. I'm with you. I'm with you, bud. I'm with you. I'm with you, Gus. I'm with you, buddy. I mean, we got to come back in the third. Nathan, I can see that. Right? I mean, they took that early lead, right? Or they gave it up and then got the lead back. But after that, they just kind of went. Once Torpachenko got the goal, they just backed off. Just backed off, completely backed off. So, we'll see what happens. Right now, not very good. That's all I can say. Not very good. Where are we at? Where's everybody at? I don't know, man. I'm just doing the best I can. I know somebody told me that's going to be on my gravesite. I think we aren't completely out of it. Just got to get their composure back. I agree, Marianne. And thanks for finding me. Numbers are getting up there. 7 on Facebook. So you guys are starting to find me on Facebook. I appreciate it. Remember, I got a couple of videos out there on how to make sure you get the notifications now. It's all coming through the page. Ashley Jones is still mad at me. He's mad. Yep, Bortuzzo being out, best D on the PK. And then you got Bortuzzo. Well, both of the guys they called penalty on were your PK killers, were penalty killers. They called it on Barbashev, who's a penalty killer. They called it on Androv, who's a penalty killer. Well, it shifts from year to year. In 21, it was like that. The second period was our worst period. In 21-22, it flip-flopped to where it was our best period. And then we went to this year where it's our worst period again. So I don't know, John Penner, my buddy. How you doing, bud? How you doing? I was talking about Jerry's comment here, right? Doing the best we can. Oh, John, thank you for giving us some love. I appreciate it, bud. I appreciate it. As we go into third, it's basically just going to come down to the Blues firing shots. Take control of the game. Keep firing shots on net and get it in there. Oh, Torpachenko's goal was beautiful. Torpachenko's goal was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Right? Beautiful. So, I covered the shots attempts. I said 35-24. Chances 11 for them, 6 for us. D-zone turnover, we have 7, they had 3. All right, I mean, St. Louis just really has to take control of this game here. Cannot give this game up. They've got to take control. This is an important win. This is an important 2 points for us. Very important 2 points, especially with the out-of-town scoreboard, right? Devils beat the Rangers 4-3 in OT. Blue Jackets over the Hurricanes 4-3 in a shootout. At the end of this, here we go. I'm trying. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. At the end of the second, the Leafs are up 2-1 on the Red Wings. With 18:48 to go in the third, Minnesota and Buffalo are tied. Come on, Buffalo. The Kraken are up 5-3 over the Senators at the end of the second, and we know that the Blues and Montreal tied at 2. The Oilers take on the Avalanche tonight. Oilers beat the Avalanche. That's going to give us give us some room. Give us some room. Get us closer to there if we can win this one. Also, the Kings are in Vegas, and the Bruins will face off against the Sharks in San Jose. Tomorrow, the Blues will take on the Minnesota Wild in an earlier game. They'll play at 6 vice the normal 7, which surprises me. But again, it's a Sunday game, so that's probably why. They've got earlier games on Sunday. So yeah, they're just playing it earlier for Sunday. That's what it is. Off on Monday, then we play Tuesday, and then we play Thursday, if I remember right. Yep. No, we got Tuesday and Thursday. The Flames come to town. 2 big games, big home games as the Blues take on a 6-game homestand. Right. So as this game gets closer and closer to the third period starting, I can't wait. I think I've covered all the comments. Keep your comments coming. Keep watching. Keep sharing. Keep letting people know all about the BlueNote Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha mahalo, and I'll see you all at the post-game show. Okay, so you know what one of my favorite sayings on this show is, right? There are good wins, there are bad wins. There are good losses, there are bad losses. That's the definition of a bad loss. Absolutely the definition of a bad loss. Right there. That's a game they should have won. They had the lead late. I had the lead and gave it up. Gave up 2 straight goals. Absolute definition. Right? Buchnevich made it 4-3 after it. So it was 2-2 going into the third. Caufield made it with the at the 36 mark. Caufield made it 3-2, and then the Blues come back. Alexandrov gets his first NHL goal ever to make it 3-3. Pavel Buchnevich on the power play should have been assisted. I'll probably ended up changing that, but he makes it 4-3, and then they give up 2 goals, one to Armia, one to Duin, and that's just. Armia's got his third goal. I mean, look at this. Durin, his first of the year. Armia, his second and third of the year. Right? Doc's only got 6. Caufield's got 23. He's a goal scoring machine. But this is the definition of what a bad game is, or bad losses is. Passing over an opposition, when at least last 20 looked like they couldn't get anything together. Yeah, there was no confusion all over. Yeah. Right? You and not only that, I thought they pulled the goalie a tad too early. They didn't have control of the puck. Right? It's not time, it's puck possession. And I think that's an issue with coaches nowadays. It's all about how much time's out there. And it's not about what the situation is and how you can take advantage of the situation. Right? You got to get them pulled outside. They were being aggressive. Keep them aggressive. Because that's going to leave something open. You don't need to pull the goalie. Oh, yeah. Well, that's on both sides, Ryan. That's absolutely on both sides, I do. I see that on both sides. This is the definition of a bad loss. I absolutely see that. Right? Absolutely see that definition of a bad loss. This is a game they should have won. I don't know what else to say, guys. Bad loss, I know for you Facebookers, this is getting harder. It is letting the young guns run. It's going to no. Play defense. Play defense. That letting the young guns run, you still can't give up. What have they given up on this trip? They gave up 5 to Toronto. They gave up 3 to the Devils, and they just gave up 5. So they give up 13 goals in 3 games. I don't care what you're doing, letting run guns run. You're not going to win games giving 13 goals in 3 games. Plain and simple. Right? And Binnington played good. This was not on Binnington. He got hung out to dry, all over the place. Oh, yeah, Nathan, absolutely, man. I'm showing his thing right there. Yeah, Ryan. I get it. It's a lot of players like that. A lot of players, just that. Yeah, that's what I said, Chalky. Okay, I get that now there, bud. I hardly ever watched them after never missing a game for 40 years. I'm done if they get rid of some of these lackluster. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. None of them were on the ice. Yeah, all the guys that you call the lackluster lazy fucks, only 2 of them were on the ice. Barbashev and Parayko. Tarasenko's out. Krug's out. Who else? O'Reilly's out. I don't see, Jeff, how you think every fucking player on the Blues is just plain lazy. You know, you do think every Blue has to move 100 miles an hour every fucking play, and I don't get it, okay? This was bad play, but this wasn't lazy play. This was just bad passes, bad not playing defense. Nobody played D. Nobody played D. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yep. Well, yeah, I mean, Alexandrov, he's going to be a special player. I think so. I really do. Yeah, well, there's good players on defense. There's not enough of them. Right? Falk is probably our best defenseman. I don't think it was that bad. There were a handful of bonehead plays and some bad penalties. I just thought the Canadians brought the game to us. Maybe. Lack of net front presence, too many rebounds. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think that's a good point. It just overall, right? Yeah, but you know, it's I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, man. This was a bad loss. No, plain and simple. This comes down to a bad loss. I mean, you end up with how many shots you take in that period? You ended up taking 9 shots in that period. You gave up 6, but you gave up 3 goals on 6 shots. 3 goals on 6 shots. 3 goals on 6 shots. There you go, right there. Right? I think that tells that's the story right there. I don't know what else to say. You know, I'm not starting fucking Binnington anymore. Every time I start him, he blows it, and then when I don't start him, he gets a shutout. I'm leaving him off the ice. I'm not starting him anymore. I got screwed by my goalies today. Yeah, I agree with that. Horseman, go Chiefs. I don't even know what's going on in football. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He starts in Minnesota. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that tomorrow. Right? Guy's luck, yeah. Hey, everybody that's watching, don't forget, let people know that this is how you got to watch the BlueNote Fan Report now. It's not going to be on my page per se. It's not going to be Guy Benson. It's going to be the BlueNote Fan Report. Right? I know we're going to have some growing pains getting there, but this is the way I got to do it, guys. This is the absolute way I got to do it. I talked to a few sponsors while I was in St. Louis, and one of the things they pointed to was, look at my videos, and there's no views. Right? And I said, well, they're here. And they said, that doesn't help us. We don't see that. That's not what we want. Right? So I got to make sure that this is where the views are. You know, and we got to do that. So we got to do that, and we got to get it up, and we got to really show some interest. I had a decent one. I didn't say a good one. It was okay. Right? There were things that were good. There are things that weren't. Plain and simple, you know. He can't stand on his head every game. Yeah, I get that. But, you know, the 3 goals, only one was really on him, I think, right? 2 of them weren't. You know, I don't want millions. I just want enough to live on. I want enough to have a house, have a car, and live comfortably. That's it. That's all I want. Don't need $1 million. Just need enough to live comfortably. That's all. Right? John Hefner, Ryan Green, John Penner, Brad Pond, Aaron Coulter, Jason Nichols, August SB, Nathan Moyers, Jose Figueres, and the angry face from Ashley Jones. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. Well, guys, I got to go get. I got to do a little bit of shopping today so I can do tomorrow's show. So my laptop doesn't shut down on me. I'm highly worried about that because it's overheating. I got to get a cooling pad and hopefully one that doesn't have mold on it because I threw that one out. Notice, other than my note, that. Yes, they are calling up Tucker. Tucker's coming up and will be in Minnesota. Because I believe that Perron, I believe Armstrong over Perron. Perron was her favorite player. She doesn't believe that Perron was offered a contract. I believe, well, he was offered a contract, and he even said that, because you have to listen to what he said in that. When they asked him on the radio, were you offered a contract? He said, not formally. Not formally. He didn't say no. He clarified it. So he was offered something, and they didn't do anything with it. He's selling a narrative. Yeah, Jeff, that's a good point. That's a good point. We got to be the worst passing team in the league. Worst passing team in the league, right? That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. Guys, let's just keep doing this. We'll get there. We'll make things happen. You're my good friends. You're good people. We will see you tomorrow at 5:30, same time. I will probably post a show later tonight. Want to see if I can get some information out before I do. Yes, it was August. Yes, it was. Hopefully we do. Hey, August, don't forget, man, we are here on the intermissions. You can come at the intermissions and we'll talk about what's going on in the game. We stay up the whole time, and I might start coming on more and talking more about the game as it goes along. I might start doing that. Seems a little bit cooler in this room right now, where I'm not burning up and that. So 3 hour and 30-minute show overall. Had a great time. Love each and every one of you. Let's keep this going. Let's keep people watching. Let's tell people about it. Let's share the show. Let's make things happen, because you are why I do this. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, the host of the BlueNote Fan Report. This is the only program that is by a fan, for the fan, and most definitely about you, the fan. Hey, boys, what do you say?
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
That's right. I'm bleeding blue with you. I'll see you tomorrow night on the BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha.